All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about something super important, how creators in Africa can actually make money from their content. We're going to go way beyond the usual advice and break down a playbook that's built for what's really working right now.
So does this sound familiar? You're grinding, you're putting out amazing stuff, but when you look at the numbers, they're just not matching the effort. You feel like you've hit a wall. If your blog's income feels stuck, then you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, look at this. This slide really breaks down the shift in thinking. On the left, you've got the old advice, chasing global ad networks, building giant courses, just waiting for a flood of traffic. Honestly, that playbook wasn't built for many African markets. So we're going to focus on the right side, the smart hacks. These are all about small, low-risk moves that serve the people who are following you right now.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff. We're about to dive into 9 specific income hacks. And what's so great about these? Well, they're tailor-made for audiences who are mostly on their phones and use local payment systems. Super practical stuff.
This first group of hacks is all about the one thing you have that nobody else does: your brain, your knowledge. We're going to look at how you can monetize that expertise in small, really smart ways without having to build some giant, complicated product.
Okay, micro-consultations. I absolutely love this idea. Seriously, think of it as getting paid for your DMs or replies. Someone's stuck, they have a specific problem, and you offer them a quick 10-minute paid call to get them unstuck. You get paid for your expertise, they get a solution, and boom, you've got a killer testimonial for later.
And this is genius because it's all about meeting your audience where they already live. Forget fancy webinar software. We're talking about WhatsApp or Telegram. You can run a whole 60-minute workshop with just voice notes and a simple PDF. It makes it so easy for people to join, and then you can sell the recordings forever. That's passive income right there.
All right, next up, selling digital content. But hold on, we are not talking about spending the next 6 months writing some huge epic ebook. No way. The idea here is to create small, simple, and valuable things that solve an immediate problem and save your audience a ton of time.
So ask yourself, what's one thing my audience always struggles with? Is it writing those first few emails for their newsletter? Or maybe crafting ad copy that actually works? Whatever it is, you can package your own templates or checklists into a simple bundle. It might feel small to you, but for someone struggling, that's a massive shortcut.
And this is like the next level of that last idea. You're not just selling a template, you're literally selling time back to people. For another creator or a small business owner who is completely swamped, being able to just buy a block of great landing page copy and plug it right in, that's an absolute game changer.
This last set of hacks is all about something you've worked incredibly hard to build: your platform, your audience, and most importantly, their trust in you. These ideas help you create totally new ways to make money, directly from that trust you've already earned.
Sponsored micro-reviews. This is such a win-win. Local brands get to reach your amazing targeted audience, and your readers, they get a real, honest review of a product or service that's actually relevant to them. The key here, and I can't stress this enough, is being transparent. People can spot a fake ad a mile away, but they trust real results.
This one is just common sense, right? Why would you promote some global tool that doesn't even accept local payment methods? It makes no sense. Instead, you partner with the services your audience is actually using every single day. Think Paystack or Flutterwave. Your recommendations become so much more powerful, and your conversions will definitely prove it.
Okay, so instead of the pressure of selling a single, super expensive course, think about this: a tiny membership. For a really low price, people get exclusive tips, maybe a monthly Q&A with you. It creates a steady, predictable income stream for you, which is just huge for your stability as a creator.
So your head is probably spinning with ideas right now, which is awesome. But the big question is, where do I even start? It can feel a little overwhelming. Well, that brings us to Section 2, a super simple, low-risk plan to put one of these hacks into action in just 30 days.
This is probably the most important part, so listen up. You have to test the demand before you build the big thing. This whole 30-day plan is about making what we call a tiny bet. You're not aiming for perfection. You are aiming to learn. You put a small version out there, see if people bite, and then you build what they've already told you they're willing to pay for. It completely flips the script and saves you so much risk.
And to make sure that tiny bet works, here are some pro tips. The theme here is simple: make it easy. Make it easy for people to pay you in Naira using methods they trust. Make it easy for them to find your offer in the WhatsApp groups they're already in. And make it easy for them to see your proof with simple screenshots of results. Don't create barriers.
All right, Section 3. I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but does it actually work? That's a fair question. So let's look at a quick, real-world example of what happens when a creator makes one of these tiny bets.
Check out that number. Over 80,000 Naira. A creator based in Lagos made that in 1 week. Not from some year-long project, not from a massive course launch, from one single tiny bet like we've been talking about.
So how'd they pull it off? It's a perfect case study. They tested a mini workshop idea, just like we discussed. They sold 40 spots at a super reasonable price. That alone proved the demand, and it covered their business costs for months. And here's the kicker. The success of that little workshop actually attracted a local sponsor. You see how one small win can create a ripple effect?
So let's wrap this up with what not to do. These are the common traps you want to avoid. Don't build the massive thing before you know people want it. Don't ignore the payment methods your audience actually uses. And don't just pull a high price out of thin air before you have the results and testimonials to back it up. Start small, stay local, and build that proof as you go.
The point of all this isn't to go out and try to do everything at once. That's just a recipe for burnout. The goal is to pick one tiny bet that feels exciting to you and your audience. Give it 30 days. Test it out. See what happens. So I'll leave you with this question. Which tiny bet are you going to make this month?